Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on, barreled it out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
What is up, everybody? Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button as well, and turn on the notification bell icons too. And that way you will know when we do go live. All right, we got Sixers taking on the Miami Heat on this beautiful Sunday afternoon here at the Xfinity Mobile Arena in Philadelphia. And the Sixers, again, taking on the Heat. Sixers ended up doing very well in their last game. Tyrese Maxey led the way with 54 points and just absolutely put on a show as the Sixers beat the Milwaukee Bucks 123-114. There's Paul George, and the Sixers are in their black and white in their black and white uniforms. The Heat are in their white and red uniforms, and we'll see how things go today for the Philadelphia 76ers, who are 9-6 on the season. By the way, the Heat, they are 10-6. They have a 3-5 record on the road, and they are also coming off of a win against the Chicago Bulls. Andre Drummond will be going up for the tip-off, and so will Bam Adebayo. And the ball ends up being tipped on out of bounds, and it'll go into the backcourt, and it'll be Sixers ball. There we go. So Paul George is going to inbound the basketball. The Sixers lineup tonight, it's Paul George, Andre Drummond, Tyrese Maxey, and Quentin Grimes. And for the Miami Heat, as Maxey puts up a three-pointer, and it is going to be airballed. They're going to call an offensive foul on Andre Drummond, and that'll result in Heat ball. The Heat have Adebayo, Ware, Powell, Davion Mitchell, Para Larson out there as well. That's Kel'el Ware, Bam Adebayo, Norman Powell, Davion Mitchell, and Pell Larson, and Bam Adebayo. Here's a three-pointer by Powell, and he ends up making it from 25 feet. What's up, chat? Let me know what your final score predictions are down below. Maxey with some space pulls up from three and knocks it down. So Maxey picking up where he left off in the last game. There's a floater inside. That's no good. The Heat are obviously without Tyler Hero, and he is not playing in this game, but they are led by Norman Powell, who's averaging 24.9 points per game this season. There's a wide-open three that can't be hit by Tyrese Maxey, rebounded by the Heat, and they'll try to go coast-to-coast on the other side, and Bam Adebayo makes the floater. And that makes it a 5-3 game. Adebayo did miss some time. The 28-year-old from Kentucky, averaging 19.7 points per game this season, along with 7.9 rebounds. Sixers miss a three from Paul George. Drummond grabs his own offensive rebound. George tried to take it back over towards the cup, missed on the first time, or really the second time, grabbed his own miss again, and he got fouled. And he will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. And Adebayo did play against the Bulls, had 18 points, and played in 29 minutes. Also shot 8 for 10 from the line. George's first foul shot is good. Good to have PG back out there in action for the 76ers. He played in 25 minutes in his last game, and he's been averaging 15 points in his 2 games that he's played so far, 6 rebounds too. And he will tie up the knot at 5 apiece.
Excellent.
Powell on a drive towards the other side, scoops and scores, and the Heat end up taking the lead 7-5. Norman Powell with a floater, ended up hitting it. Here's Quentin Grimes on a step-back 3, and, well, he can't knock that one down. Grimes is 3rd in the NBA in scoring off the bench. A catch-and-shoot jump shot on the other side by the Heat, and that was Pell Larson. Couldn't knock it down that time. Khalil Ware grabs the offensive rebound and goes up with a little floater over Andre Drummond. Good footwork by him. He had the spin, he had the turn. He had a very tough angle there and still was able to get it off. 9-5 Heat. George at the top of the key, steps back, ISO, 3-point shot, and it's a little bit short again. Paul George wanted to get that one to knock on down. Powell with a 3 on the other side, got some space, and this guy cannot be stopped. He is shooting over 40% this season from beyond the arc, and has just been putting up really good numbers for this Heat team, leading the way with 24.9 points per game at the age of 32 years old. Here's Maxey at the elbow, dribbling his defender down low, puts up a foul line jumper, and connects. Wow, Tyrese Maxey was being guarded as well as anybody in the league, and he still was able to turn around and swish a foul line jump shot. George on a drive to the basket, and I believe that they're going to call a foul on the Sixers. It'll be an offensive foul on Paul George. Wow. Norman Powell is carrying the load so far for the Miami Heat. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. 12-7 Miami. Powell with 8 points. The rest of the Heat, they have 4. And we will have some free throws coming up as Tyrese Maxey ended up fouling Davion Mitchell. Mitchell today so far, 3 assists. This guy, who's now 27 years old, started off his career with the Sacramento Kings. He had a lot of guards during that 2021-22 season with Tyrese Halliburton and De'Aaron Fox. And, of course, this guy. First foul shot, that's good. And Mitchell knocks down the second one. He's a 57% foul shooter this season. Only goes to the line about 1.5 times per game. A 9-2 run by the Miami Heat. Here's Maxey on a floater again, but he is fouled. He was over on that right hash mark, the second hash mark down the lane. And he will take a couple of steps back and go to the line. The Sixers aren't the only NBA game on today. They're the only one on this afternoon. But tonight we got the Hornets taking on the Hawks at 6. We got the Celtics hosting the Magic at 6 as well. A lot of 6 o'clock games. The other slate games are Cleveland and L.A., the Clippers that is, and then Brooklyn and Toronto. First foul shot, that's good, by Tyrese Maxey. And then we have 3 games later than that. It's Portland versus OKC. OKC is just 16-1 on the season. They are just absolutely going on a tear. Maxey's second free throw is good.
Excellent.
After that, Spurs and Suns. And then you got Lakers and Jazz. LeBron James and the Lakers, 11-4 on the season. Here's a floater by Pell Larson. He wanted a foul call there, and the whistles remain silent. Sixers rebound. Maxey again steps back, launches a 3, and it was way too strong that time. Mitchell jumps up for the board, and hands it off over to Larson, who tries to lob it inside. It's intercepted by Paul George. Sixers have numbers. Maxey on the left side wants to reset. He's at the logo. Now takes it down over towards the elbow, blows up with a reverse layup, and the ball ends up going on out of bounds. Last touched by the Miami Heat. Again, Norman Powell leading the way with 8 points. There's a Grimes floater. That one won't go off the inbound pass. Quentin ended up trying to go up with the right hand. Powell, another three. Good defense that time. And rebounded by Andre Drummond. Grimes on the other side, spinning, turning, laying it up, and laying it in. And that makes it 14-2. They're going to say that it's an offensive foul. I didn't see the signal there from any of the refs. They were out of the picture. But Quentin Grimes ended up elbowing his defender in the nose. That was Pell Larson. Tried to sort of push him off a little bit. And they call that an offensive foul. So it's 14-9. Bad turnover there by Grimes. Larson again wants to find a bounce pass or use a bounce pass over to Powell. Now they'll reset on the outside. Powell again has a lot of daylight and throws it up and in to make it a 16-9 game as the Heat lead it now by 7. Actually looking to get some space. Lobs it down low over to Paul George. And George hits a step-back mid-range jump shot to make it now 16-11. Sixers are not favorited right now. The money line is at plus 135 for them. As we have a foul on the other side, it'll be on Paul George. And it'll be in the act of shooting, but there's a timeout first. We'll step aside. Be right back in just a little bit. All righty. Well, the Sixers are down by 5 against the Miami Heat, as the Sixers did call a timeout. Remember, PG committed a shooting foul. Jaime Jaquez Jr. will step on in as Adebayo ends up making the first foul shot to make it 17-11. You also have Dominic Barlow, who enters on in too for Paul George. See how many minutes tonight that Paul George does get. 17 points for the Miami Heat and just 11 for the 76ers. Drummond catches the miss off the second foul shot by Adebayo, and the Sixers will have possession of the basketball. Here's Edwards again, dumping it off over to Grimes. And now Maxey at the top of the key, steps back, launches a three, and that one goes in and out. Rebounded by Bam Adebayo. Excuse me. Jaquez dribbling around the timeline for the Miami Heat. The Heat again, 10-6 on the season, 3-5 on the road, and a foul line jumper, I should say, by Davion Mitchell is good. Maxey with the floater inside, got it to go. Adebayo just hit a three on the other side, and Andre Drummond ends up making a little turnaround floater to make it now 19-15. Philadelphia down by 4. 5:05 left to be played in the first quarter. Jaquez goes up with a shot. It's blocked by Dominic Barlow. Adebayo with yet another three. That one won't go. And the Sixers again have possession of the rock. So we've seen the Sixers try to take some shots from beyond the arc, and that just has not been working out well for them. Maxey lost the ball. He turned it on over, and Pell Larson ends up making the layup on the other side. 21-15, Miami in the driver's seat. Barlow on a catch and shoot for a three, and that one's too strong, and it's rebounded by Norman Powell again. Andre Drummond does have 7 rebounds in this game. He snatches another one, and that was off the missed shot there by Norman Powell. Tyrese Maxey so far 3 for 7 from the field. He wants to step back again and put up yet another 3, and he is just off. He's only 1 for 5 from downtown, 9 points and 1 assist, and he also made a foul too. Sixers caught sleeping on the wheel, or at the wheel on defense. It's now 23-15. I don't know why Nick Nurse is not calling a timeout here. Sixers have not used a timeout just yet. Next three-point shot is up, and that is no good. Scratch that. Sixers did use a timeout. That was a little bit earlier. It's another floater, and that one will go in and out. Sixers have numbers. Edwards puts up a 3 on a catch and shoot, and finally something going the Sixers' way. 23-18, the Sixers down by 5 against the Miami Heat. Apologies about the throat. We have a personal foul called on Justin Edwards. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button as well, and turn on the notification bell icons. We have a plethora of substitutions coming on in, including Simone Fontecchio. You got Khalil Ware, Kashad Johnson, and Drew Smith all coming on in for the Miami Heat. So they decide to go to their bench. Sixers still have Maxey, Edwards, Watford, McCain, and Barlow out there. Jaquez on a layup inside ends up knocking it down. This guy has 4 points. He's 2 for 3 shooting wise from the field. And, of course, the former UCLA player having some success this season. Jared McCain ends up making his first bucket of the ball game on the other side. It was an elbow jumper. Give the second-year player 2 points. Almost called him the rookie. Last year was his rookie season, of course. Watford trying to play good defense on Khalil Ware, and that shot is up, and that's no good. But the second time, Ware grabs his own miss, and he will go to the line to shoot a pair of foul shots. Now, one thing about this Heat team is that they're playing very physical defense, and that's the one thing that Eric Spoelstra does preach. Also plays a very good zone. 25-20. We'll take a quick step off as a timeout is taken with 2:35 left to be played in the opening quarter. 27-20. The Heat are up by 7. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. Sixers are down by 7 against the Miami Heat. And they will try to get some more points on the board as Maxey can't seem to find the rim over these last 5 shots that he has taken. Barlow ends up blocking Khalil Ware down low, grabs his own rebound. On the second try, he tries to go up with a shot, then he's fouled. Barlow is playing very physical defense. 27-20, the Heat are up by 7. How about Pat McCarthy getting a chance to sit in the seat for Kate on the Sixers broadcast? It's Tom McCarthy's son, of course. First free throw is going to be a little bit short for Khalil Ware. I guess that the voice is starting to bother me a little bit. Again. Foul shot number 2, and that one will go on in. 2 minutes left to go in this first quarter. Then Watford spinning and rolling over towards the rim, and he gets fouled very hard by Johnson. This is Kashad Johnson, 24 years old, from Arizona. He's in his first season in the NBA. He did play in 29 minutes in his last game, ended up snagging 11 rebounds and 14 points. That was his first game that he actually got starting minutes. Ended up shooting just 3 for 10, though, from the field. 28-21, Sixers down by 7, and Watford ends up knocking down both foul shots.
Excellent.
Jaquez gets some help on defense. Now gives it off, and there's a little floater again by Smith, Drew Smith, and he can't make it. But Oh, wait, there we go. All right, now you all can hear me. Sorry about that. 43-31. I didn't realize that was on mute. My bad. George with a catch and shoot three. That one is no good. My bad. What's up, dude? Spencer says VJ needs to elevate his game from that formidable guard duo with Maxey for this team to be successful this year. I think that VJ can elevate his game. He's not playing today, by the way. Just wanted to throw that out there, too. Watford over to Grimes. Grimes back to Watford on the outside. Watford rolls over to the basket and ends up laying it up and laying it on in. VJ's a rookie, though, man. Like, how can you expect him? I mean, like, he is who he is. I mean, he can work on his game and everything. But I don't expect him to be like I don't expect him to be like a superstar this year. Here's McCain on a step back three, but a push off is called on Jared McCain. Can't believe that he called that, and Nick Nurse is not happy about it. Thought about challenging it, but I tell him no. 47-33, 76ers are down by 14. What's up, Doug? How are you, my friend? Doug, is that you? 47-33, 9:05 left to go in the second quarter. Philadelphia just shooting 3 for 13 from beyond the arc, which is just good enough for 23%. That's it. Fontecchio again rolling downhill. Ends up throwing it on the outside over to Khalil Ware, and the little floater is up, and it's good to make it 49-33. 8:45 left to go in the second quarter again. Drummond rolling to the basket on a little skip pass from Paul George, and Philadelphia down by 14 now. So the Sixers have to try to get something going on offense here. Drew Smith does step out of bounds, and it'll be Sixers ball. He tried to go up with a three on the far corner, but his left foot was just on the black mark. And McCain will inbound it for the 76ers. This is the first of 3 games between the Sixers and the Heat. Next time that they play will be on February 26th. 8:33 left to be played in the second quarter. We have some sort of timeout taken. Smith, I guess, got a little bit nicked up. He's getting stitched up a little bit. I don't know. Now we'll come back on in. Yeah, he was getting something cleaned up. Guess that he was bleeding a little bit. And they paused the game for just a sec. McCain operating the offense. Gets the inbound pass. Paul George now has it. Goes up with a right elbow jump shot. And Paul George, I mean, he's been hitting his shots. Give him now 8 points. He's been doing a very good job here in the second quarter, keeping the Sixers afloat. Another catch and shoot three by the Heat, and that one's a little bit short. George rebound, outlet pass over to what was supposed to be over to Trendon Watford. Goes off the fingertips of Simone Fontecchio, and it'll be Sixers ball as it goes out of bounds over towards their baseline. We have some more substitutions coming on in for the Heat. It'll be Bam Adebayo who steps on in. Grimes for the Sixers dumps it off over to Jared McCain at the logo as the Sixers go from right to left. McCain lays it up, can't lay it on in. Andre Drummond with a little tip shot. That's good. And the Sixers are down by 10. 49-39 is the score. Another catch and shoot 3-point shot, and that's a little bit short. And then they'll go on out of bounds too. 7:41 left to be played in this second quarter, as Justin Edwards will step on in for Philadelphia. Maxey's still over on the bench. By the way, Quentin Grimes has not put up a single point in this game. in 13 minutes. Drummond, though, 6 points, 11 rebounds. He's doing it all on the glass. George on an ISO. Goes up with a little elbow J again. Can't get it. And Edwards grabs his miss and lays it on home with the left hand. Soft touch for Justin Edwards. And the Sixers now trail by 8. Good ball movement by the Miami Heat on the other side as Hawkins goes up with a shot, but it's rejected by Andre Drummond, who came there at the very last second to deny him. And now George wants to dump it off over to Trendon Watford again. Watford on the drive to the basket. It's up, it's in, and he's fouled as well. There we go, nice. 49-43. Philadelphia now down by 6. And we have a timeout called by the Miami Heat. And we'll step aside right now. All right, here we go. Watford back at the line, and he ends up converting on the and one.
Excellent.
11-0 run by the Philadelphia 76ers over their last 2 minutes of play. 6:40 left to go here in quarter number 2 as the Heat, with 2.5 seconds left, go up with a little floater again from Davion Mitchell, and he airballed it. I don't know how he did that, but the Sixers do get the rebound. Drummond swings it on the outside to Trendon Watford. Watford not going just yet. Looking to get Paul George involved in the action. George wants to ISO again. Steps back over on the elbow. Lost the ball. A fight for the loose ball on the ground. And Andre Drummond, did he get to it? I believe that they're going to call a jump ball. There was just about a second and a half left on the shot clock. Theo Ratliff. They're interviewing him over in the booth. That's really cool. 6:08 left to go in quarter number 2 between the Sixers and the Miami Heat. Sixers will inbound it. Tyrese Maxey has it. The shot clock was actually reset. I guess they called a foul on the Heat. Maxey again, rolling towards the lane, kicks it outside. Here's a wide open 3 by Grimes, and he knocks it down. The Sixers have converted on their last 14 points, and the Heat have not put up a bucket. There's a whistle on the other side. It'll be on Trendon Watford, and a foul on the floor. That's just the first foul that Philadelphia has committed. Sixers have put up a total of 20 points in this second quarter, and the Heat have just been held to 12. Sixers defense has done a much better job, though, at slowing down their tempo. Powell at the foul line, right-handed floater, too strong. Barlow, rebound for the Sixers, who could tie it with a 2. Maxey over to Grimes at the top of the key. Grimes crosses on over about 3 times, now rolls down the lane, knifes his way through, puts up a shot, but they're going to call a foul on the floor. Pelle Larsson gets called for the personal foul. There's Allen Iverson. So 5:25 left to go in the second quarter. Watford back over to Grimes, and he gets redemption for not getting the foul called in the act of shooting. Instead makes a layup, and we're tied at 49. That's now 16 unanswered points by the Sixers, and that finally ends as the Heat knock down a wide-open 3. That was Norman Powell, or Davion Mitchell, I should say, that ended up making the 3-point shots. Watford misses a layup. Mitchell grabs his miss. Mitchell on a little underhanded throw over to Powell, who launches it from the logo and connects. And just like that, the tides have changed. Can the Sixers stop the Heat momentum is the question. Maxey at the top of the key, crosses on over, zips it over to Barlow for a catch-and-shoot corner 3, you bet! And now the Sixers trail by 3. Great passing there by Tyrese Maxey. Wants to guard Davion Mitchell this trip around. Edwards trying to play defense all over Powell. Underhanded throw over to Bam Adebayo, who zips it on the outside, and another catch-and-shoot 3 is way too strong, and Edwards chases the rebound off of the missed shot by Davion Mitchell. Maxey crossing over, stepping back, launching another 3, and that one is short yet again. Tyrese Maxey just 1 for 6 from downtown. He's taking the shots, he's just not converting. Adebayo on a drive to the basket, he's fouled hard, and he will head to the line. There's Allen Iverson, of course, spent his career with the Sixers from 1996 to 2007, and then came back in 2009 and retired in 2010. So Grimes got called for the shooting foul, and Adebayo is at the foul line to shoot 2 free throws. The first one's a line drive, hits the front of the rim, and dances on it. Bam only has 4 points. He's being outworked by Andre Drummond. Dominic Barlow also doing a pretty good job at the center position, too. Jaime Jaquez Jr. will enter back on in for the Miami Heat. Adebayo with a second foul shot, got it to go. Sixers now trail by 5. 3 minutes and 49 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Got to turn on Twitter. Forgot to do that today. Maxey on the outside. Gives it over to Edwards, who lost the ball. Powell got the steal. Powell lays it up. Lays it on in. Out in transition. And Philadelphia continues to trail in this game. Just cannot get over that hump. Actually with a beautiful pass over to Walker, who almost lost it. Tried to inbound or pass it over to Edwards, but he passed it to himself, thinking that Edwards was just right next to him. Grimes, another wide open 3, got it. And the Sixers trail by 4 now. Good shot by Quentin Grimes, a straight on three. But the Heat to respond with a layup on the other side. Sixers can't get back on defense. Maxey to Walker, but there's a turnover called. They're going to say that Justin Edwards stepped on out of bounds. The ball went to Edwards first. His right foot, as he tried to jump up for the ball, was on the line. And the Sixers are going to call a timeout here. 61-55 is the score, with 2:53 left to go in the first half. The Heat will actually take a timeout. And so will we. We'll be right back. All right, we're finishing up the first half here out in Philadelphia. Sixers can't stop the bleeding on defense. It's 63-55. As the floater was good again by Norman Powell. He has 19 points in 13 minutes so far in this game. Again, a guy averaging about 24 points per game this year. Grimes on the drive to the to the bucket, ends up floating it up and floating it in, and he's fouled too. Went over to his left hand, a little hezzy, and good English off the backboard. This free throw could cut it to a 5-point game, and it does.
Excellent.
63-58. Sixers have to guard Adebayo. Can't do so as they could not close out, and their defensive woes continue. They were playing good defense, and then all of a sudden they started to slip up again. Edwards got the ball knocked loose, but a foul, I believe, is called, or the ball did go on out of bounds. No foul called. 2:01 left to be played in this first half. Here's Tyrese Maxey again, handing it off over to Jared McCain. McCain buzzing downhill, and we have another whistle called. It will be a foul on Norman Powell. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. McCain will be the inbounder here. And he'll give it up over to Tyrese Maxey. Here's Maxey to Grimes. Grimes back to Maxey again. Grimes zips it outside over to Edwards. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Maxey lost the ball, puts up a prayer, and it's up and in. Oh, my goodness. Maxey did not anticipate that. I mean, the fact that he hit it, that was indeed a prayer. I don't know how he got that thing off. That was a beautiful shot. Here's Edwards on an interception. Back to Maxey. Maxey for 3. Got it! Tyrese Maxey turning the page for Philadelphia. They're down by 1. Adebayo again with a foul line. Jay got it to go. Man, he has 7 points. He was held scoreless for a little bit of time. Sixers trail by 3. It's 67-64. McCain dumps it off over to Maxey again. He has 6 straight points for the Sixers, and he will ISO. He'll bounce it over to Edwards. Edwards back to McCain, who steps back and puts up a 3, and McCain ties the game. Sixers have hit their last 3 threes, including that one big prayer by Tyrese Maxey. Here's Powell on a 3-pointer, but he is fouled in the act of shooting, and Quentin Grimes can't believe it. We will have 3 foul shots coming on up for Norman Powell. That's crazy. Maxey just lost the. I'm just going back to that first three that he had. He lost the ball at the Xfinity Mobile Arena sign, and as soon as he caught it, which he was totally off bounds, he was not in a shooting position. Just had to sort of throw it up, and it just went down on in. As the shot clock expired, it was a swish. Powell misses the first free throw, and he will shoot 2 more. Shooting 75% tonight from downtown. Heat looking to try to take the lead here, and they do on foul shot number 2. Khalil Ware will enter back on into the game. At halftime, we are going to take a step off, because we got 2 games today. Foul shot number 3 is good by the Heat, and the Sixers are looking to try to tie it back. 69-67. Here's a catch-and-shoot 3 that's a little bit short by Quentin Grimes. Fired it pretty quickly, just couldn't knock it down. Khalil Ware grabs the rebound. 3 seconds differentiating the shot clock from the game clock. Ware again at the logo, back over to Davion Mitchell. Powell puts up a 3-pointer. That's airballed, but yet another foul called on the Sixers. It'll be on Jared McCain, and we will have more free throws for Norman Powell. You don't want to give them any sort of freebies. Some more foul shots coming up for Norman Powell. And he'll get 3 again. First one is good. Let's make it a 70-67 ball game. 9.1 seconds left to go in this second quarter. Foul shot number 2. That's a swisher. Khalil Ware, 11 points, 10 rebounds. Andre Drummond for the Sixers, 8 points and 13 boards for him. Powell at the line for one more. And it's up. And it goes on in and out. Drummond rebound. Handoff over to Maxey. 5 seconds left. Gives it over to McCain on the outside of the wing. And now McCain to Drummond for a 3-pointer. At the buzzer, no. And that'll do it. Sixers trail by 4 as they go into halftime. They do respond in the second quarter by putting up 40 points. After trailing by 10 entering on into quarter number 2. Sixers down by 4. And we'll be back in about 5 minutes or so. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back on into the 76ers game day live with JJ. What's going on? Hopefully you're doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. Hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button as well, and make sure that you guys turn on the notification bell icons too. And that way you will know when we do go live. Sixers trail by 4 against the Miami Heat. It is 71-67. Sixers again. Andre Drummond, 8 points and 14 rebounds. Sixers were not off to a good start in that first quarter, but in the second quarter they started to pick things up. They actually at one point ended up going on a 16-0 run against the Miami Heat, and that sort of got them back in this game. Then you had some really good shot making from the 76ers perspective. They got a little bit lucky with one. Tyrese Maxey ended up making a big-time three there was about 1 second left on the shot clock, and he just put up a little prayer, and he was able to just knock it down. And then the Sixers made 2 more threes in a row after that, after playing some solid defense. So they ended up getting back in this game after the first quarter, which really wasn't such a good quarter by them. They just couldn't really find a rhythm. They played a lot of isolation basketball, really. Not a lot of ball movement, but then things sort of changed in that second quarter. I think that what really sort of changed the momentum when the Sixers ended up going off on that run was you had some nice playmaking from Jared McCain, and you had some good minutes from him. He ended up making a layup. The ball was going through his hands. He was making some really good passes. He was facilitating the ball well, and the guys were getting more involved. So that's why I get a little bit annoyed when Tyrese Maxey is out there with Jared McCain, because I think that they're trying to make Tyrese Maxey into more of a facilitator. And not saying that he shouldn't create his own shot, but it's just nice when you have a point guard out there that can sort of help take the pressure off of you, especially if you're a superstar player like Tyrese Maxey right now. And yeah, it's just good to sort of have that extra person out there to just help you take some pressure off. So, but I thought that the Sixers did a much better job moving the basketball. Guys were moving off of screens. You saw some open looks, and the defense of the Heat was sort of out of sorts, if you will. So that was good. No VJ Edgecombe this afternoon. I think that the Sixers sort of miss him when it comes to just his defense on the perimeter and his rebounding. This is the type of game where you would have really liked to see what VJ could have done again. But other than that, if we take a look at the stats as to how the Sixers did in the first half, well, they shot the ball very well at the line. They made all 8 of their free throws. I did like, and I'll get to the rest of the stats. I wanted to make sure that I mentioned this. Paul George has also played very well too. It looks like that the Sixers in these 2 games are getting the Paul George that they wanted from last year, and I'm just hoping that he can keep this up, because if this is the version of Paul George that we are going to be getting on a night-to-night basis, where he plays really good perimeter defense and he can still create his own shots, I think that the Sixers, honestly, I think that makes them a little bit more of a scary team. We really don't know what we're going to fully get out of Paul George. That was the one thing that we discussed right before the Sixers activated him. How is he going to do this season? What was it going to be like out there with Paul George along with the rest of the starters? And Paul George seems to be fitting in very, very well. And if the Sixers can get Joel back and this guy can stay healthy, Paul George, and he can sort of just continue to thrive, I think that that's a good thing for the Sixers. And so we start off the third quarter. Davion Mitchell is back out there for the Miami Heat. And so Mitchell goes up with a 2, or that's Khalil Ware who goes up with a little floater, and that's good. They just cut back from a break. As soon as they just got back, the Heat already had the ball. Here's Grimes at the top of the key. Wants to throw it over to Tyrese Maxey's way. Maxey catches it. He's at the Toyota sign. Dribbles towards his right side. Gets a double team. Now Justin Edwards goes up with a little elbow J. Can't make his own shot. And it's rebounded by Bam Adebayo. Adebayo with a straight-on three-pointer. That's short. And Maxey catches the rebound. Good job by him to track that down. Barlow on the dribble handoff over to Edwards. He hesitated a little bit, lost the ball, and that's why he couldn't take up the 3, but then he got it back. Gives it over to Quentin Grimes, who rolls down the lane, and he lost it out of bounds. Last touch by the Heat. Powell took 23 points, 8 for 11 from the field. We have a turnover on the Sixers. Didn't really see what happened because they were showing a graphic. And they say on ESPN's scoreboard that Justin Edwards turned the ball over and stepped on out of bounds as he got the inbound pass. The Heat have Adebayo, Ware, Powell, Mitchell, and Larson. They are without, of course, Terry Rozier. They're also without Tyler Hero, too. Maxey with the basketball now, dribbles down the lane, steps back, and goes over towards the baseline, puts up a floater, and that's no good. And he goes tumbling down. Heat of numbers on the other side. Grimes fouls the shooter, and that's Larson. Larson will go to the line to shoot a pair of free throws. Bam with 9 points and 5 boards in this game. Drummond has 15 rebounds. This year, Andre has been averaging 9.6 rebounds per game. And so, the first foul shot is good. Last year, when it came to Andre Drummond's rebounding, it was down to 7.8 per game. He played in 40 games, started in 23. This year he has started in 6. Has done a much better job rebounding the ball. The foul shot is good to now make it 75-67. Miami again leads it by 8. So we played about 2 minutes in this third quarter so far. And there's another whistle called on the other side as Grimes gets slapped in the face by Norman Powell, unintentionally, of course. Sixers' next game after this one, it'll be on Tuesday. They play against the Orlando Magic, and then they're back on Friday. That game will be at 7:30 against the Brooklyn Nets. The Heat get to the inbound. Another three-pointer. That's off the mark. And they'll give it back over to Larson on the outside. So they grab their own offensive board. Here's Adebayo, who goes up with a shot. Adebayo is fouled on the other side with 9:36 left to go in the third quarter. Maxey led the way with 54 points. He has actually been the leading scorer in 13 of the 15 games that the Sixers have played in. 75-67. Here's Grimes handing it off over to Barlow for a catch-and-shoot three-pointer. No. Drummond tracks down the rebound, and he tries to go up with it with a baby hook. And that time it's a little bit too strong. That was his 16th rebound of the game. Grimes playing defense all over Ware. And, well, another turnover called on the Miami Heat. I think that they're going to call up and down there. Paul George is about to check on in for the Philadelphia 76ers. He went to the scorers table with 3 minutes into the half. Barlow on a drive to the basket, left hand, and gives it back over to Tyrese Maxey. Maxey's layup does not get the friendly roll. Just finished a little bit too strong there. Sixers picked up Adebayo over at the half court. They'll zip it outside over to Powell. Another three-pointer by him. And another foul on Quentin Grimes. Tell you what, Norman Powell has drawn up a lot of contact over behind the three-point line. He really has. And it really didn't look like he was touched, if I'm being honest with you. But he will go to the line, and he will shoot 3 foul shots. First one, he can't hit it. It was a little bit strong. In this game in particular, Norman Powell has 8 free throw attempts. Second one he does make, and that'll make it a 9-point lead for the Heat. Sixers have been one of the worst teams in the NBA in the third quarter. Statistically, they're almost near the bottom of points in the third quarter per game, on average this season. Foul shot number 3, it's good. And the Heat now lead it by 10 against the 76ers. Each team does have 2 fouls. 8:35 left to go. Maxey, Drummond, PG, Edwards, and McCain out there on the floor. Again, no VJ Edgecombe this afternoon. McCain on a drive to the basket, lays it up, and just missed the layup. It was a high-arcing runner, and Adebayo ran with him, played good defense, and the Heat make the Sixers pay as a three-pointer is made by Norman Powell. Somebody has to stop him. He's on fire. George catches, three-point shot, foul called on the Heat. He didn't make the three. It was Bam Adebayo who went leading on in. Paul George drew the bait and got him the bye. Actually tried to put a hand up and contested the three from Norman Powell and still made it. He's just become a very good shooter. Obviously won a championship with Nick Nurse and the Toronto Raptors, so a guy that Nick Nurse is very familiar with. Played with Toronto from 2015 up until 2021. Then he spent time with Portland and then went over to the Clippers and put up some very good shooting numbers. He shot 41.8% in the 2024-2025 season. George misses the foul shots. It's 80-68. And foul shot number 3 by Paul George is good. So he missed the first 2 free throws, Paul George. He's been a very good foul shooter in his career. Did I say he missed the first 2? I meant he goes 2 for 3 from the line. Larson on a layup inside. No. Rebounded by Drummond. Drummond actually sort of jumped a little bit early, and Larson still missed the layup. And then as it rimmed towards the back, ended up catching the rebound. We have another foul called as Davion Mitchell goes reaching on in against Jared McCain. 7 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Sixers down by 11 points. It's 80-69. They've only put up 2 points in this third quarter, and that was just on 2 free throws by Paul George. Maxey to McCain for a catch-and-shoot 3, and McCain's shot is short. And here come the Heat on the other side. Ware with a handoff over to Powell for 3. Norman Powell finally can't hit that time. Andre Drummond tips it over to Justin Edwards. Drummond needs 3 more rebounds to get 20. Edwards on the drive to the basket. Lays it up, lays it on in with the left hand. 80-71, Sixers back down into single digits. Here's a catch-and-shoot three by Adebayo. Got to guard him, and that's why he knocks it down. 83-71. It was a near-corner three. You wouldn't think that he could shoot the three, but, well, he was 0 for 3 before that. Ends up making his first tray. Maxey over on the outside, dribbles with the left hand, goes towards his left, and is looking to take a three. He was going to pass it, and nobody was open, so then he created his own shot and just couldn't hit it. Another rebound by the Heat again. Hard contact from Larson on the other side, but there is a whistle called. And it'll be a timeout after the bucket was made by Bam Adebayo. Sixers call a timeout, 85-71, and we're almost halfway done this third quarter. We'll be right back. All right, Sixers back in action. Andre Drummond will dump it off over to Tyrese Maxey, who's at the top of the key. Tyrese today so far, 17 points, 4 assists, and 1 rebound. Watford dribbling with the left hand, spinning, turning, floating it up, and getting it to go. There's about 6 minutes left in this third quarter. Philadelphia has only put up 6 points so far as we've reached the halfway mark. Larson gets fouled very hard. He got slapped on the shoulder. We will have some more free throws coming up. There's Tyrese's mom and dad. Sixers down by 12. With about 5:57 left to go, Larson is going to go on over to the line. He does have 7 assists in this game and has put up just 4 points. Misses the first free throw, Pelle Larsson. Pelle is 24 years old. He is Swedish. Plays for the Miami Heat, of course, and playing college for the Arizona Wildcats. Foul shot number 2. He misses that one as well, and Tyrese Maxey gets the rebound. So the Sixers down by 12 with 5:45 left to go. He was a second-round pick in the 2024 NBA draft as a whistle is called on the other side. Sixers will inbound the ball. Looked like that they sort of lost it, but the Heat touched it last. Sixers looking to cut it on into single digits. Watford at the top of the key. Gives it over to Maxey. Maxey with a lob pass down low over to George, who zips it outside to McCain, and his three is good. It is nice to see Jared McCain knocking down shots. He is 2 for 3 from beyond the arc. Give the second-year player 10 points, and he is 4 for 8 from the field. Adebayo with a floater. Won't go. Drummond crashes his 19th rebound of the game. This guy is just eating on the glass. George with a 3, and that one's way too strong, and it's rebounded by the Heat. Powell on the drive, floating it up, can't get it in, rebounded by Maxey. Sixers have numbers, it's 5-on-3. Here's Watford, Watford to Drummond, one more to Maxey, and Maxey hits it. Got it to go on the near wing, and a timeout taken by the Miami Heat. And we'll take another timeout. Don't go anywhere. Philadelphia down by 6 as they have responded with a little run. Andre Drummond has done a very good job on the Sixers end, just rebounding the ball. He's out of the game right now. It's PG, Maxey, Watford, Barlow, and McCain. Missed shots by Pell Larson as he can't hit the 3. McCain comes up with the rebound. McCain to Maxey. Maxey looking to pass it over to Watford, who goes downhill, puts it up, and lays it on in. And Trenton Watford getting things going too. Philadelphia now down by 4, a 10-0 run by the Sixers. And again, their defense has been very, very good. Here's another floater by Davion Mitchell, and we have a hard-drawn foul. That's going to be against Tyrese Maxey. That's his second personal foul of the game. Really good resurgence game from Trendon Watford. He struggled for a few games, but it seems like that today Watford has sort of, just been very aggressive, and he's been hitting some big-time layups. Also, the ball is being facilitated very well, and he's part of the reason why. First foul shot by Mitchell, he misses it. Davion's second free throw, that time it's good. The Heat are 1 for 4 from the line, their last two trips around. Maxey crossing on over, giving it over to Watford, and now he gets it back. Tyrese in this game has 20 points and 5 assists as well. Here's Paul George giving it back over to Trendon Watford, and Watford's layup again is good as gold. And Philadelphia down by 3. Hawk is on a drive to the basket, kicks it outside, finds Simone Fontecchio, and Fontecchio hits a bomb from the left wing. Nobody was guarding him. He just threw it up, and Sherry bomb was good. Maxey back over to Watford again. Here's Tyrese going down the lane, dribbling with the right hand, kicks it out to Barlow, who dribbles over towards the baseline and thought he was fouled. Whistles remain silent. Rebounded by the Miami Heat, and the Heat turn it on over again as Tyrese Maxey sacrifices his body, and Hawkes Jr. sort of got a little bit reckless with the basketball, and the Sixers will try to make it a one-possession game. If they can hit a 3 here, it's still a 2-possession game. Drew Smith will enter back on in for the Heat, and so will Khalil Ware. Ware comes on in for Bam, and Davion Mitchell will take a seat. Maxey dribbling around, putting up a 3, and that one goes in and out. Watford offensive rebound, shot goes up. No goaltending called. Got his own offensive rebound. Maxey on the second try. Got it! Good job by Maxey. Soft touch. And Philadelphia down by 1 possession. So give Tyrese 23 points. He is 5 for 12 from downtown. Another floater again by Jaime Hawkins. He's made a lot of those today, and he makes another one. It's a 5-point lead for the Miami Heat. Maxey wants to step back. Instead, he'll pass it over to George, and PG's 3, as he fires it, is a little bit short. Paul is 0 for 5 from beyond the arc, but he does have 10 points, and it's good to see him shoot the 3. Hawkins does turn it on over as he was trying to capture the rebound and just sort of lost the ball, and it went on out of bounds. Hawkins again, back outside. There's the turnover there. 2:03 left to go. All right, let's go. 2:03 left to be played in this third quarter. Maxey is not picking up the ball yet as it was inbounded by Paul George. And now he does at half court. Here's Tyrese to Paul George. One more for a wide-open 3 by Watford. Won't go. And it was almost tipped up and in by Drummond, but almost does not count. Khalil Ware crashes the glass. Alley-oop pass from Hawkes over to Ware, and Ware throws it down on an alley-oop jam. Stumbling today. 1:40 left to go in the third quarter. Sixers trail by 7. Watford with another floater again. Can't do so that time. And rebounded by the Heat. They have good ball movement and also have numbers against the Philadelphia 76ers. Hawkes crossing on over, turning towards his right, floating it up, and floating it in. He is just such a deadly shooter when he just goes to that little floater game that he has. Hitting those runners has been part of the reason why he's had a lot of success over the last couple of years. Drummond with a runner. and he got it off the beautiful assist by Paul George. George had the ball and just took it right over to the cup. You thought maybe he was going to shoot it, but he stepped back and just handed it off. It was a little give and go to Andre Drummond. Wide open three won't go, but a putback jam by Kashad Johnson, showing off his athleticism for the Heat, makes it a 9-point lead for Miami. Maxey running towards the lane, lays it up, lays it in. Philadelphia down by 7 now, 97-90. Can the Sixers get a stop on defense? A wide open three is up, and that's way too strong by Miami. Ware grabs the rebound, though. Shot clock resets to 14 seconds. 23 seconds left on the game clock, and the drive to the cup is good by Drew Smith. It's now 99-90. Maxey looking to just milk that clock down. 10 seconds left to go. Maxey to George. George with a bounce pass to Watford. One more outside the Drummond for three. Andre Drummond knocks it down. It's a 6-point game. Here's a prayer that's blocked by Tyrese Maxey, and that's going to do it. And the Sixers will go into the fourth quarter down by 6 against the Miami Heat. So Paul George and Tyrese Maxey both got a hand on Simone Fontecchio's prayer from 26 feet. And we will go into the fourth. We'll step aside, and we will be right back. What's up, Dallas? How are you? I'd like for the Sixers to win. Really don't like the Heat, says DN. In the 3-game PG play, how does he look to you? He's looked very good. He really has. I talked about it a little bit before. I said that he's been getting up shots. He's been playing very good defense, and this is what the Sixers signed him to do. So I gotta rest my voice. I'll be right back, but I will see you very soon. It's time to start the fourth quarter. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Doesn't make sense to me. It's a lot better than what it was before, but it's still not 100%. Let's go! All right, so Justin Edwards will come back on in for Paul George. Tyrese Maxey will also take a seat. It's Jared McCain, Trendon Watford, Quentin Grimes, Andre Drummond, and Justin Edwards. Sixers have the ball. They go from left to right. McCain to Grimes. Grimes back to McCain, who drives it downhill, floats it up. Can't get it that time. And Kel'el Ware, got to watch out for him. This guy, I mean, we've been talking about Andre Drummond, who has 19 rebounds. This guy is 16. Do not want to sleep on him. Hawkes dribbling against his defender, going downhill, puts it up, and we have a whistle called. It's going to be a travel on Hawkes. He ended up making the two. It ended up not counting. That's another turnover by Hawkes. Called offensive foul. Really didn't see that. Again, not much contact there. Here's McCain to Grimes for a catch-and-shoot three, and that one is way off. It was wide to the left. Rebounded by the Heat again. Ware catches, puts up a three. Got it. Straight on. It's 102-93. Miami in the driver's seat right now. Sixers could use a response. McCain to Grimes, who's at the logo. Grimes with a bounce pass to Watford. One more outside to McCain. Another wide open three. Swish goes the basketball. It is great to see Jared McCain knocking down shots and being a threat from beyond the arc. 102-96. Another catch and shoot three by the Heat, and that's way too strong. Sixers rebound. Andre Drummond tipped it over to Watford. Grimes stepping back at the three-point line, dumping it off to Drummond. A dribble handoff to Justin Edwards on the elbow, and now McCain wants to get going. A little dribble handoff to Andre Drummond, and we do have a foul called. It was a very late whistle. That was on the very first shot attempt by Drummond. Drummond actually was going to get ready to catch his own rebound and put it back up and in, but the refs took about a couple of seconds for them to blow the whistle. And good ball movement again by Philadelphia. We'll have some more foul shots coming up in just a few seconds. The Sixers are 14 for 36 from beyond the arc. And the Heat are 10 for 26 from downtown. First free throw by Drummond is good. He needs one more rebound to get to 20. Foul shot number 2 by Drummond off the mark, and it's rebounded by Jaquez. Sixers have not led in this game in quite some time. There's a little floater that's up. It was actually an alley-oop pass from Fontecchio to Kel'el Ware, and Andre Drummond almost got a hand on it. Just threw it high enough. We have a turnover called on the Sixers, a costly turnover on Quentin Grimes. It's a backcourt violation. Stepped on into the backcourt with that left foot and did not watch. What's up, David? It's Paul George in. I said nope. Jaquez lost the ball. It's stolen by Jared McCain, and McCain dribbles with it, dumps it off over to Paul George, or to Justin Edwards, excuse me. Edwards couldn't hit his shot. He tips it over to Quentin Grimes. Almost lost it, too, by the way, Edwards, as he was falling out of bounds. Grimes with a layup. It's good. Give a lot of credit to Justin Edwards for staying with that play and ending up giving it over to Quentin Grimes, who was right there at the right time. And then Grimes hit a reverse layup, 104-99. Edwards knocks it loose. Edwards gets the steal. Watford to Grimes, and Grimes hits another layup. And just like that, Philadelphia down by 3. Another timeout by Eric Spoelstra. And the Sixers will be back. They'll put in PG. Paul George will come back in. Tyrese Maxey's not in yet either. So, don't you worry. Let's go! All right. They need to put in PG. Is Norman playing in the fourth? Usually what happens is the starters don't usually, a lot of these starters don't usually come out until like the 6-minute mark. I mean, maybe they might put them back in now because the lead is sort of dwindling for the Miami Heat. But Kel'el Ware's out there. There's no Bam Adebayo right now. So they're, both teams have their bench lineups out there. That's really what it is right now. Except for Andre Drummond. Andre Drummond and Quentin Grimes started for the Sixers. Watford today, 14 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists for the Philadelphia 76ers. He's having himself a very good day. He looks very physical out there. He looks like he's fresh. Looks like he has a lot of poise. And that's been a very good thing for the Sixers team. No post-game show after this because we got an Eagles game. And we'll be doing that for sure. I need him to stay out. I figure that. I did. The Heat have 44 rebounds. They're actually out-rebounding the Sixers 44-35, and Andre Drummond has 19 of the 35 rebounds by Philadelphia. It's been a big reason as to why they've stayed in this game. Tyrese Maxey, 25 points. Not the best shooting performance from Tyrese Maxey, but obviously that stuff can change. He's playing like an MVP this season. It is 104-101. Watford is actually a plus 11 off the Sixers bench. He's the only guy, actually scratch that, Jared McCain is 2. McCain is a plus 4. Sixers bench between Watford and McCain, they've combined to go for 27 points. And they are shooting 4 for 6 from beyond the arc. Patrick, thanks so much for the sub. You're the best. Grimes back out there for the Philadelphia 76ers. It's now 104-101. Where Fontecchio, Johnson, and Smith were out there. Here's Hawkes on a little floater, and we have a foul called on Trendon Watford. It's in the act of shooting. No substitutions were made out of that timeout. We will have some free throws coming on up. Sixers do have 4 timeouts left. The Heat actually have 3. Doing a good job hitting the mute button. Pell Larson will come back on in for Kashad Johnson for the Miami Heat. Sixers were down by 10 going on into the second quarter. Then they trailed going into halftime by 4. And then cut it to a 2-point game going on into the fourth quarter. 105-101 as the second free throw is good. Here's McCain getting a screen set by Drummond. McCain going down the lane, dribbling with the left hand, gets it blocked by Drew Smith. Smith going up on the other side. He gets it blocked by Edwards, and Edwards goes up with another block again, and he swats it away. Watford gets the rebound. He'll go coast to coast, and Trendon Watford makes it a 2-point deficit. Good defense by Justin Edwards. Here's a wide open 3 by Smith, and he cashes it in from the far corner. That was the last thing that the Sixers wanted. Again, they were back within striking distance. They still are, but they just needed one more stop to potentially try to retie the game. McCain to Edwards, who hesitated, now gives it over to Grimes, and his 3 is a little bit short. And another rebound. That time it's by Pell Larson. Hawkes over to Smith. They swing it around. Hawkes gets it back. He's being guarded by Edwards. Hawkes over towards the Penn Medicine sign, lays it up, lays it on in. Too easy for Jaime Hawkes, going behind his back on the dribble and just taking it towards that left side of the baseline with an underhanded scoop. And the Sixers will call a timeout. And right now you would think that they would bring back in Tyrese Maxey and the rest of the starters. We'll see what Nick Nurse dials on up. As Philadelphia is down by 7. That was a big run by Miami. Let's go, 76ers. Let's go, baby. Guys, if you like my content, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. And hit that subscribe button as well. We got the Eagles game after this. We covered the Phillies, the Sixers, and the Eagles on this channel. I'm ready for this Eagles game. I really am. It's going to be a fun one. Asia, shout out to you. Thanks so much for being on here. Definitely need to get some more tea in just a little bit. I'm really hoping that this game does not go on into overtime. That would be awful. In PG, I hope. If you do have Paul George, Well, today, George does have 10 points, 5 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, and 1 block. Does have 2 personal fouls. By the way, Quentin Grimes has 5. So if you have Grimes, 1 more foul that he's out of the game. Is the only one that's in actual foul trouble for the Philadelphia 76ers. For the Heat, Jaquez has 3 personal fouls. All right, 7:39 left to go in quarter number 4. We are 43 subscribers away from getting to 8,200. Dominic Barlow will come back on in for Trendon Watford. There's Tyrese Maxey for Jared McCain. Bam Adebayo for the Miami Heat comes on in for Simone Fontecchio. And Khalil Ware is going to take a seat. So Paul George not back in just yet for the Philadelphia 76ers. Grimes will get the inbound pass for Philadelphia. He'll dump it off over to Edwards. Edwards back over to Tyrese Maxey. Over on the right side of the wing. He'll cross on over. And he'll get it back over at the logo. Wonder if Paul George is still on that minutes restriction. Maxey to Edwards again. Edwards zips it back to Tyrese. 1 more to Barlow for a 3. And Barlow didn't get it off. It wouldn't have counted anyways. He missed it. And it'll be Heat ball. Good defense by the Miami Heat. See again if he got it off. I don't know. I don't think he did. I think it was still in his hand. Hawk is dribbling down the lane. Gives it back and kicks it out over to Drew Smith, who gets called for a travel, and it'll be Philadelphia ball. He was over on that far corner and just forgot to dribble the ball first. Davion Mitchell will enter on in for Drew Smith. There's a big turnover there. 7:03 left in this fourth quarter. The Sixers down by 7. The Heat are 10-6. The Philadelphia 76ers are 9-6. Grimes with a bounce pass to Maxey. Maxey's floater way too strong as it goes in and out from the foul line. Mitchell rebound. Outlet pass over to Powell, who buzzes his way down the lane, gets it blocked by Barlow. Picks up his dribble, though. Here's Adebayo with a foul line floater, and he's able to cash it in from about 12 feet or so. Actually took a step inside the foul line and got it off. 6:23 left to be played in quarter number 4. Grimes again outside the Barlow, who's on the far corner, and he will take it right over to the cup and now make it a 112-105 ball game. 6 minutes left to be played in the fourth quarter. Boy, the Sixers could use Paul George's defense as Pell Larson goes buzzing towards the basket, and he's fouled. He will go to the line for an and-one opportunity. He got the layup to go, and Dominic Barlow not happy about committing that foul. Got him right on the left shoulder. Made contact with it, and the Heat will try to increase their lead into double figures. You need 14 points from Paul. The and one is no good. The Heat have left 10 free throws on the table. They're 19 for 29 from the line. Grimes crossing over, giving it over to Drummond on the near corner. And now Quentin goes over towards the foul line, kicks it out to Edwards for a catch-and-shoot 3. Edwards can't get it. Drummond tries to tip it up and in. Can't do so. And it's rebounded by the Heat again. Here's a layup on the other side. That one goes in and out by Davion Mitchell. And Grimes and the Sixers, here they come. Grimes with a beautiful pass to Barlow. He lost it. Picks it back up, though. Gives it over to Edwards, who misses a layup. And Drummond can't catch the rebound that time. So now the Heat have numbers against the 76ers. Adebayo throws it down with 2 hands. 116-105. And Nick Nurse calls for a timeout. Bam Adebayo and the Miami Heat taking advantage out in the fast break. and we'll see what the Sixers dial up out of this timeout. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere. The Sixers trail by 11 points. They were down. They made it this close to a 2-point game. Maxey on a handoff over to Trendon Watford. Still no Paul George just yet. He's played 20 minutes in this game. Remember, he played 25 in the last game. Grimes on the drive to the cup, can't hit the layup that time, and it's rebounded by the Heat. They've been doing a good job crashing the glass here in this fourth quarter. Powell on a drive to the basket, lays it up, lays it on in. Philadelphia down by 13. They could really use a bucket on the other side. 4:28 left to go. Watford outside to Barlow for another three, and that one's way too strong. Another rebound by the Miami Heat. That was Pell Larson. Got the board. Adebayo kicking it out to Larson for a wide-open three. Larson can't hit it that time. Maxey rebound. 4:09 left to go in this fourth quarter. Here's Maxey over to Watford, who drives it inside, and Watford ends up throwing it down. It's a 118-107 ball game with 3:57 now left to go in the fourth quarter. Still no sign of Paul George coming back on into this game. Adebayo with a foul line J, too strong again. It's tipped outside. Powell's three-point shot is too short, and the Sixers have the ball. Oh, boy. Gotta get a bucket here. Maxey hesitates, goes up with an elbow J, got it. Can't leave that guy wide open. It's 118-109, 3:26 left to go in the fourth quarter, and the Heat are going to take a little breather here. And so will we. We'll step right back in just a little bit. The Sixers have a chance to make one last push here. There's Paul George. Not back on in. Doesn't have a Sixers jersey on. And I think that's going to be it for him. Unless maybe the Sixers need a defensive stop or something. Davion Mitchell, Bam Adebayo, and Kel'el Ware each have double figures in the rebounding department. That's why the Heat are winning. Sixers cause a turnover as Grimes gets a steal. And now Tyrese Maxey has it for the 76ers. Maxey dribbling downhill, lost the ball. And Watford tries to pick it back up, but a jump ball is going to be called as Adebayo got on top of it first. Sixers have a chance to make one last push here. And Maxey got hit in the eye for a sec. Each team still has 2 timeouts left remaining. It is 118 to 109. Jump ball between Watford and Adebayo. Adebayo, of course, has the size advantage, and the tip goes into the hands of Quentin Grimes. Grimes at the top of the key. Shot clock did reset. They need a bucket here. Grimes steps back, elbow jumper, in and out. Drummond rebound, gets it slapped, though, and taken by Norman Powell. He's chirping at the refs. That was a big steal. Larson with a 3, and that's short, and rebounded again by Bam Adebayo. Nobody could box him out. Rebounding has been what's been killing the Sixers, and a wide-open layup as the Sixers cannot find a way to break a zone. It's now 120 to 109. Maxey for 3. That's short, and he just reacted too quickly to that. The Heat almost turned it on over again. Larson got it battered around, and it was touched by Dominic Barlow as he stepped on out of bounds. 120-109. It was a bad turnover, or a bad shot, I should say. Bad missed shot by Tyrese Maxey. Wanted to shoot it quickly, but he should have just taken his time. 2 minutes and 13 seconds left to go in the final frame between the Sixers and the Heat. Jared McKean will come back on in for Trendon Watford. Sixers decide to go a little bit small here, and that does not pay dividends as the floater on the inbound pass by Powell is good. 122 to 109. This is desperation mode for the 76ers. Maxey steps back, launches a 3, and that one's way too strong. Barlow rebound for the Philadelphia 76ers and keeps the game alive as he lays it up and lays it on in. 1:52 left to go in the fourth quarter. The Sixers pretty much have to be perfect from this point on out. Hawkins dumps it off over to Davion Mitchell, who zips it on the outside to Norman Powell. Powell outside to Larson for the potential dagger. No. Watford rebound for the 76ers, and the game is still alive. Watford on the drive, goes up with a shot, but he is fouled. That's only what is that now, the 5th foul? Or the 4th foul caused on the Miami Heat? But Watford is going to go to the line. And he will at least have a chance to make it a single-digit deficit. Folks, hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button too. Foul shot number 1. Got it. 122 to 110. Less than 90 seconds to go in this final quarter. Watford with the foul shot. Second one is no good, and Bam Adebayo catches another rebound. Again, 3 guys for the Heat in double figures in the rebounding department. The Heat are going to milk this clock down. Hawk is driving towards the lane, going up with a layup, count the bucket, and a foul. It was on Jared McCain. Just sort of slipped up there. Hawkins beat him with the left hand. So the difference in this game really just came down to rebounding the ball and the Sixers being undersized tonight. So the Heat were able to take advantage of the glass. Jaquez's free throw is good to now make it 125-112. Sixers do have somebody new coming on in. Get you a name in just a little bit. This is Salas. Is this Hunter Salas entering on in for the 76ers? It is. Salas driving it towards the cup. Lays it up. Can't lay it on in, but there is a whistle called against the Miami Heat. Again, their next game, the Sixers, will be on Tuesday as they take on the Orlando Magic. Should be a fun one. It'll be out in Philadelphia. The game will be at 8 o'clock on Tuesday night. Clippers play the Lakers at 11 o'clock. First free throw by Salas is up, and it's in. Didn't need the PG. That was so dumb. Yep. They held him to just 20 minutes tonight. I think if PG plays, I think that it could have been a different story. Foul shot number 2, no good. So we got the Eagles right after this. We'll be off for about an hour. And then we'll be back on for that game. Ware on the outside, driving down the lane, going up with the left hand, and got it to go. 127-113, and just 30 seconds left in this one. McCain being aggressive, and he'll go to the line. And he will just, at this point, try to make it a 12-point deficit. It's 126 to 127, the 114. Jameer Young just entered on into the game, and he is the one who ended up making the bucket for the Heat. There's about 2 seconds differentiating the shot clock from the game clock, and that free throw is good. And 127-115. And the Heat are just going to milk this clock down and just go to the very, very end. And there will be a shot clock violation. 12 seconds left to go. A step back 3 is no good. It's rebounded by Janai Broom. There's Barlow on the drive to the basket, and he dunks it on in. And that'll do it. So the Sixers, they don't lose by 12. They lose by 10. 127-117 is your final score at the Xfinity Mobile Arena in Philadelphia. And the Sixers will be back on Tuesday. All right. I hate to do this. I usually don't do this, but I will end. I have to go now. I got to rest the voice. I'm still not feeling 100% at all. And we're going to do this Eagles game. All right, so I will see you guys in just a little bit. After this stream ends, you're more than welcome to go hit the thumbs up button on that Eagles stream and tune on in. Again, the game starts at 4:25, and we will see you then. So see you in just a little bit. Bye.